Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're mapping out literally everything you need to know about setting up a business in Dubai and, absolutely crucial, how to survive the urgent 2026 compliance updates. Whether you're scaling a massive enterprise or launching your very first startup, the landscape here, it's packed with incredible opportunity. But it also comes with a completely revamped rulebook. So let's dive right in. Okay, let's kick things off with the single most important question for any entrepreneur eyeing the UAE market right now. Are you truly ready to launch in Dubai? Because, getting off the ground here isn't just about renting a flashy office. It's really about structuring your entity perfectly from day one so you can scale safely without hitting some massive regulatory brick walls down the road. To make this super easy to digest, we've broken the journey down into 4 parts. First up, decoding UAE business zones. Second, comparing LLCs to civil companies. Third, unlocking the 10-minute instant license. And lastly, navigating those crucial 2026 regulatory updates. All right, part 1, decoding UAE business zones. Think of this as your biggest binary choice. You're basically choosing between unrestricted local reach on the mainland or the protective, super financially flexible borders of a free zone. Look, a mainland setup lets you trade anywhere inside the UAE market and bid on those highly lucrative government contracts. But on the flip side, a free zone, it gives you insane financial agility. We're talking up to 100% foreign ownership, full return of your profits, and 0 restrictions on capital transfers. Honestly, your choice here just boils down to where your customers actually live. Now, regardless of the zone you pick, securing your trade license requires a foundational stack of paperwork. The authorities absolutely need your passport copies and your Emirates ID, plus 2 to 3 unique trade name choices that follow the local naming rules. But you know what the single most critical step is? Clearly defining your business from an approved list of activities. Seriously, everything else, your fees, your approvals, your compliance, it all hinges on that one list. Moving right along to part 2, LLC versus civil company. Okay, so this is where we see some massive trade-offs when it comes to liability and ownership. An LLC allows for really broad commercial activities and strictly caps your risk to whatever your shareholding is. But a civil company operates totally differently. It usually requires a UAE or GCC national partner, and here's the kicker: your personal liability is unlimited. So you might be wondering, why on earth would anyone choose a civil company? Well, the answer is just pure necessity. A civil company is tailor-made and, honestly, often strictly required for businesses operating under specialized professional licenses. Think of your doctors, architects, or legal consultants. It gives you a huge boost in professional credibility, but yet the big trade-off is that partners remain completely personally liable for the company's obligations. Let's shift into a faster gear for part 3, the 10-minute instant license. 0. That is the exact number of physical office contracts you actually need in your very first year with an instant license. By totally bypassing that massive overhead of commercial rent right out of the gate, you can instantly redirect your capital into stuff that matters, like product development, marketing, or hiring your core team. Plus, you get a virtual address included for those first 12 months. It's a total game changer. And the process? You just follow these 4 absurdly simple digital steps. And literally within 10 minutes, you've got a fully legal, officially issued mainland trade license. You just log in through the National Digital Identity Platform, pick your activity, let the system generate your electronic paperwork, and pay the fee. Boom. Within minutes, the license is sitting right there in your inbox, and you can instantly start applying for up to 3 resident visas. It's a brilliant system. But there is a catch. So here's the thing, that year 1 office exemption, it's strictly temporary. You absolutely have to plan for the transition because the authorities are going to demand a physical presence when it's time to renew. This is the exact detail that catches so many founders completely off guard. You can't just renew this license forever without an office. Come month 12, you'll need to invest in a registered virtual office or a physical workspace to keep the whole shebang fully compliant and active. Oh, and there's another strict limitation to keep in mind. If your business falls into highly regulated sectors that need external government approvals, we're talking healthcare, food and beverage, real estate brokerage, then this fast-track route is unfortunately totally off the table for you. The instant license is built entirely for speed, which means there's just no time for those mandatory municipality safety checks. You're going to have to take the standard route. Finally, part 4, crucial 2026 regulatory updates. Let's slow down and really unpack this. 9%. Yep, that is the new corporate tax reality you're going to face. Ever since this rolled out, the regulatory landscape here has rapidly modernized to line up with global standards. So by 2026, the era of the government simply spreading awareness is completely over. The focus has fully shifted to strict, audit-based enforcement and real-time VAT checks. Now, pay close attention to this, because a free zone license does not automatically give you some blanket tax immunity anymore. The scrutiny on exactly what counts as qualifying income is intensely high right now. If your income doesn't meet the super strict definitions under your approved free zone activities, guess what? You're getting hit with that 9% mainland rate. This is exactly where meticulous bookkeeping and an annual tax health check stop being optional. They are literally essential to your survival. On top of that, the central bank is seriously tightening its anti-money laundering frameworks. If you're operating in high-risk target sectors, like fintech, precious metals trading, or corporate services, you better expect strict inspections. We're talking potential account freezes for even minor compliance gaps. The UAE is fiercely protecting its global financial credibility, rolling out AI transaction monitoring and demanding updated ultimate beneficial owner verifications. If you're in these sectors, you are standing directly in the regulatory spotlight. And enforcement, it is no longer siloed. Authorities are actively integrating their AML, tax, and commercial data systems into one massive web. What does this mean for you? Well, it means the digital dots are finally connected. A tiny gap in your tax filing could trigger an automated red flag that instantly freezes your bank account or just completely stops your license renewal right in its tracks. So as you gear up to launch or expand your business in Dubai, I want to leave you with this one provocative thought. Are you just structured to launch, or are you truly structured to survive and scale? The UAE offers absolutely boundless potential for those who are willing to play by the rules. Just make sure you build a foundation that's as fully compliant as it is ambitious. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this deep dive helps you navigate your business journey with absolute confidence.